And welcome back to map 3, Nuke, the decider between LDLC and Bait. Excited to jump into this third map.
Hi guys, how's it going?
I say we're excited because there's two of us now.
Yeah, we are, yeah. Sorry about that. Technical hiccups and everything. LDLC starting on this CT side, and for Bait, it looks to be a top floor approach. You've got quite a lot of utility that can be used to flash out top huts, such as Owner is doing, and also potentially towards the back of site. Rains in, but Soblin is completely unaffected by it. It's scrappy. It's an absolute mess. But in actual fact, all the kills have fallen in favour of Bait. Afro, one of the last defenders here on the site, actually strikes down for 2 kills. That is absolutely immaculate and allows Lambert to clean up the rest.
Ooh, how does Afro pull that off? Snobbling has the most awful duel ever over the top of the hut. I think he put about 8 bullets into the chest of his opponent. It's actually Brooksy that found that kill, but Afro knows he has to make a heroic play, gets to there, staying out in the open, not reloading, had a couple of bullets left in the chamber, 2 at most, and able to collect that kill. Fantastic. And off the back of it, Bait, they have nothing into this. Owner with that hero Tech 9 that he's been doing a few times. That's all he's going to be working with. And it doesn't get anything done.
Yep. No.
Well, actually...
I mean, Owner found 2.
Sorry, yeah. The rest of the team didn't get anything done, but he did.
Boo. That's fine. 2 kills. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. Bait can now just invest. That was only the eco. Got all the AKs out in play now. Couple of SMGs that are actually just being upgraded. No, never mind. It's Lambert dropping one to Brooksy to flesh out the money, keeping it a lot more even. This is the first true test now for LDLC. Bait have got all the rifles in play. They've got a decent splattering of utility across all of their players. So let's see if they can make it work. Gravity applying early pressure towards main, and Afro delegated with supervising outside.
Smoke's coming on through. Deploy that incendiary, and that spam is beautiful. What? I was about to praise the 0-1. How'd he get a second there? That's insane. I can't believe he just spams through there. It's only 20 bullets, and it's enough to find 2 kills. He's not done. He's got another. A third, potentially, because Wrinkle's here. But no, Wrinkle does eventually find him. Afro has done enough. Surely.
Are you kidding me, Afro? Really? Just when you think he's done enough, he actually just goes around the corner and finds more. Gravity should be able to clean up the other 2. Wrinkle will actually find him, but that is about it. Gun round secured very comfortably, and the MP9s, unfortunately, don't become M4s.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. But Afro, I mean, he could have put an AWP there, but I guess you know that you're up against half buy into the next round. All right, who's the one person that's got the phase one? This Ukrainian org, they've all got the Monty ones out, supporting their countrymen. And someone's got the phase one.
In there as well.
Okay, well, two people are letting down the cause. It's all good. Lambert, he wants to get up close with the MP9. He didn't spot any of those players when he got into position, but Snobbling, he's going to spot a lot as they come on through, but only good for the 1 kill. And now it gets a little scary. Bomb planted. Afro moving through the smoke, and Owner on the other side. It's awkward, and he wins it out. His Tech 9 doing wonders all of the time, it feels. Gravity gets one back onto Wrinkle. It's a 3v3 now. Kit's on everybody, and Lambert's on a good flank timing. Does win out that duel. Captain Kirk tucking into the corner. Does make his Tech 9 connect. Brooksy able to get them back. Lambert finds one as well, and there's enough time for the defuse. The pistols almost get it done there for Bait.
Yeah, they do. And it was another one of these rounds where the pistols actually looked more potent than the rifles for Bait. We've had a top floor hit, albeit it being the pistol round, but they still got a lot of mileage out of using their utility and their entry path in. I think that's what we're seeing a lot of. Bait, when they get themselves into decent positions, they can use their entry path in that they've been rehearsed and choreographing. That's where it starts to fall into favor for them. LDLC are doing really good at just disrupting plans, though. And that is ultimately where Bait are struggling. We look to their T side as being a key fundamental piece of their success. But if LDLC keep running them down, then this is going to get tricky.
Gravity's going to do his best Afro impression, but Afro, well, can't imitate greatness. He's able to get that opening kill onto Kalash, even though he was spotted out. And it looks like maybe there was a bit of a fray to be taking place in towards the hut, but not to be. So Bait lose the opening kill early. Gravity on the reposition is caught by Captain Kirka. So it is going to put back into the 4-on-4, and Afro was brought very low from that duel earlier. It's information that can be given over. Although that said, it is the AWP, so not as big a deal. Molotov over onto hut. It's going to slow things down slightly, and that main smoke is actually enough to allow them to cross if they wish to. And that kind of has to be, because they don't have any other smokes, but they are going to get across to Secret off the back of it with that flashbang. 3 players making their way down. The 4th in Amster at the moment just going to be lurking behind. So looking at this pack moving slowly towards B, but no one's actually on B. Everyone is on the upper side of the map at the moment for LDLC. So if Bait are quick, they might be able to get ahead of these rotations. Although that said, looks like Snobbling has made his way down, so he can greet them here. And time is an issue. About to hit the 10-second mark, and they haven't made their way onto the site yet. That bomb still needs to be planted, and they have to get past Snobbling. They've just about done it. Lambert finds the lurk, though. Wrinkle removes Snobbling. A 3v3 as the bomb gets planted. Wait. They ran out of time. Oh my god. Well, that was a little bit wild. As you expect, see, I was expecting B-Dog to be there, but unfortunately he dropped out. So I got a little bit caught up in that, and LDLC won that one by default. So always keep an eye on the clock, kids. That was an issue. They had 10 seconds as they entered, and it wasn't quite enough to get the bomb down. It must have just been off the mark. That one hurts a lot, because it felt like they'd done enough there, particularly once they actually got into the site. Wrinkle getting ramp control, and what could have been. And with how much of a struggle some of these rounds have been for Bait, not just here, but also on Anubis, that one stings all the more. And it's going to give LDLC a little bit of added confidence. You got to be feeling good about a free win like that. At the very least, they have the AKs out. Utility again will be light. And, oh, okay. Wrinkle, nice opener onto Gravity. Good headshot. Afro forced to play a bit more passive, and Bait are able to get down into Secret. Roxy has rotated to greet them. Common off angle. The one that's normally good for at least one, but really, he needs to come up with the multi-gear to slow them down. And look at that wide swing. The dink comes on through. That's enough to weaken them, and Snobbling, oh my god, a triple kill from him on the B site is everything. That's the round done. Bait have done so much work getting through, but Snobbling goes a step further. Kalash now, 30 seconds, a 1v3, can collect the bomb, but everyone is here. His potential avenue would be actually to go up and wrap through heaven, but time is low. I don't know if he can afford to be quiet about this if this is the play he wants to make. He's going to start going fast now, and they are going to hear him coming, so has got enough time to get up here. At the very least, we'll just about plant the bomb, but that's all he's going to get from the round. And off the back of that, it is a 6-0 start for LDLC. Perfect, even though one of those rounds shouldn't have been. And gives you a little bit of worry considering the conversation we had earlier. I say we now, it sounds weird when I say we, when I am just here by myself at the moment, but I wasn't always by myself. We had the conversation on Vertigo and at the start of Anubis about Bait's strengths on the T side in particular. It's been their CT side that's been the struggle for them. So a slow start on their T side here is not what they need. The woes we've seen on their defense. And, well, okay, Gravity gets the opener onto Captain Kirkup. Oh, he's looking for more. The flashbang through, but Amps is the one that wins out that fight. Owner wins his over towards the Rat. So it is still the advantage for Bait of winning both of those duels. This is a nice move from LDLC, getting aggressive with it. Lambert wide swinging, just gets the ding. Booksy does get one back, but needed to get the follow-up. He's done a lot of damage here, but that's not really going to matter against the AWP. Afro's still hanging around. Okay, does drop back down. Sitting in the heavens, and his time is numbered. Wrinkle is slowly creeping on around. Saving is not an option, and... well, Wrinkle not even needed. The kill comes through. Wrinkle doesn't actually pick up the AWP there. Interestingly, decides to keep with the AK despite that being there for the taking. So Bait will get their first round on the board. They do that just off the back of really a couple of one-on-one duels that they win. One outside, onto Gravity getting aggressive, and then the kill on towards Ramp. And that sets them up then just to push through. Find those two aggressive CTs towards lobby. It's easy enough. Gravity falls back off the back of that HE. Afro's got a nice line here at least towards outside. LDLC are so ready for this top hit. Afro's gotten all this information that it can't be outside. So no secret plays. It is just going to be this top site. Utility now making that very clear. Flash throws down the smoke. Gravity gets that first kill. Oh, he drops down and is actually able to find the follow-up as well. It is straight up by Ampstar, who doubles up. That is huge. Lambert wasn't flushed out though, and he's able to still get a kill from top of hut. Does find it back, and it is a 2v2 now. One in the heavens, that's been heard. Snobbling made noise as he went on up. The Pomp still has to make his way through. Afro's been spotted, so Wrinkle now has the information on where everybody is on this CT side. Stopped Afro. Oh, he needed to hit that shot though. Snobbling swings on through, does get the first onto Wrinkle, but Owner was there for the immediate trade. So Bait managed to string two together. That's enough to reset LDLC. Despite it coming down to the 1v1, LDLC can't really afford to force the issue here. It means Bait will be in a position now to get their third in a row. Things all go to plan. And against the pistols, this one should go by the book. Brooksy, I guess, is holding a Zeus. Yeah, okay, he's got Desert Eagle. Bradley's found one with the 5-7. That's all he gets. And Brooksy does get one. That's all. So a little bit of damage done with the pistols, but that's all they could really hope for. That third round is found by Bait. So now we get the timeout coming through. And this one's an important one for LDLC. Their economy fragile, having lost those 3 in a row. They won't have the ult for Afro. So there'll be a few concessions here in both that and also a little bit in the regards of utility as well. A few players a bit close to that 4K mark. We'll see how they opt to go for here. Though, given the length of this timeout, one suspects that maybe it wasn't just the tactical. So hopefully we'll be back underway in a moment. Both teams taking their map picks in very close affairs as sent us here to Nuke. And for both, the Nuke has been a bit of a mixed bag. Beta have definitely found a little bit more success here lately than LDLC have. Even taking down Fnatic at the RMRs on this map. The LDLC, it's been a little bit more up and down. A loss to Monty at Challenger League. 4-16, so a devastating loss there, but looking much more recovered this time around. Elimination on the line, that is necessary. Again, Bait gonna throw these outside smokes, and they are committing to it. Very rarely throw them for the fake. Afro's actually getting a little curious and has pushed forward. So he is punished. Wrinkle goes back to check if anyone was there. Brooksy does get one nice kill in the Captain Kirk up. Spots out another and goes for the swing, but it's Snobling that finds the kill. A 1-for-1. Keeps it in a 3-on-3. And Beta are actually going to abandon. Going to get on out of that. They're going to regroup back over towards lobby. Lambert is the sole defender on A itself, but he's got the auto shotgun in hand. Which is never really the weapon you want on the solo defense. So Gravity is now called in to start to push up ramp. He's going to start to make his way on through. Comes down to the timing here, but Owner's headshot is a little bit cleaner. Ready for that one out, and Lambert has everything to do. That's the first kill with the auto shotgun. Couldn't quite get the follow-up, and Kalash is ready for the vent jump. Gets the double. That's 4 now in a row for Bait. This pause might be a bit more tactical. Who can say? For LDLC, they'll just have a couple of pistols into this one, most likely. And not even investing anything yet. Okay, Gravity is going to buy a 5-7 and a smoke. Lambert's got the MP9, can play on top of hut with that if he wants, or maybe even get aggressive with it. And like a fast one for Bait, though, in response to knowing they're up against the pistols. They're just going for the vent drive. Don't always see this one in play, but it has worked out well for them. 3 get down. Owner puts the Molotov behind. They are able to get on through. And Mac-10 can go fighting over towards the ramp, but oh, a nice shot from Snobling. Gravity's found Captain Kirker as well. This one's starting to get a little bit scary for LDLC, for Bait, sorry. She managed to get down and get that bomb planted. Wrinkle is holding this drop towards the vent. Kalash is stuck over towards the silo. He's able to fight his way out for one. Which actually just wants to stick around here. Use the AK for the long-range advantage. Has his crossfire set up as well. But it has to be both these players that do it all. Nona, he can't defend his teammate. Gravity swings on through, so now Owner has to do everything, and he's taken down by Lambert. It's just the pistols and MP9. and they get it done. A stolen round for LDLC to get their 7th. That one felt like it should have been Bait's 5th for sure, but LDLC will be thanking their lucky stars, happy to take that one away. And again, it's Gravity getting it done with the pistols. Now that sets them up with everything. Afro's all back in play. Obviously getting up close to the vent, dancing through the flames. Bait this time interested in testing the ramp. This has been an area they haven't really put any focus on at all so far. It's a bit of a change up. Snopling is here. Tucked on into the corner. Position good for 1, and he's made it good for 2. Almost the 3rd as well. And that might just be enough. Do they want to push any further? They decide not to. That rotation has come through, so it is the right call. Regrouping now with Wrinkle's advanced spacing outside. They want to crunch, but it's going to be difficult. Util lacking a player in main itself as well. Now LDLC are getting a lot of information that nobody is over towards ramp. Outside is open, so Bait have found this gap that they can thread on through, but oh, Owner was definitely spotted there. Surely Afro saw him on that jiggle, and yet you can immediately see the pieces start to move.
Yeah, Silhouette's just immediately making their way down. 2 players already on the B-bomb site. And there is enough utility here for Bait to get them out of this door, but they need to act fast and they need to act quick. 10 seconds, time is not on their side. Door swings open, and that's Afro finding not 1, but 2 kills, and that is the round over. Bait, it was a good idea to reset outside. The idea behind that was, well, LDLC have taken the space towards ramp. We need to try and go somewhere that they're not. But as a result, they took way too long in doing so. They even get spotted. It completely falls apart.
And I was very worried when it got down to that 10-second timer. I don't know if you caught it, Brandon, but we did have a round earlier where LDLC won because Bait ran out of time. They planted the bomb just as the final second ticked on through, and it wasn't enough time, unfortunately, for them. Lambert gets aggressive. Afro as well. These pistols getting picked apart. Ooh, okay. Our pistol doesn't get picked apart. That does a bit of picking. Gravity able to get that one back. So not too much damage done here. Captain Kirker having a bit of a tough one. We'll see what he can do here with this Desert Eagle. Plenty of time to consider his actions, but his position known, and Lambert is already up close, so he's going to have his knife out as he comes around the corner.
Easy as that. LDLC look really strong on this CT side. It just feels like, yet again, we're kind of seeing Bait with ideas, but the execution is just slightly flawed, and there's so many moving pieces to the LDLC defense. It feels like their variations are really stifling any forward positions that Bait want to throw themselves into. And as a result, they don't really have a plan B, a plan C. And you're really seeing the limitations and the implications of that, because LDLC can continue to build whilst Bait are just kind of stuck in the mud.
Yeah, now Afro is getting a little bit more aggressive, getting more varied with where he's taking these pushes. 2 kills. He wants his 10th round. But Wrinkle has other things to say about it. 3 kills fill the feed with his name written all over it. Owner finds one as well, so before you know it, it's just Brooksy left. Very little he can do here. Bait members swarming everywhere. Wrinkle is already deep into the B bomb site as that bomb makes its way down. And, well, Proxy has actually made his way down here, so there is a chance. Getting past a Wrinkle. I mean, this angle being held by an AWP. Surely not. And indeed, it's going to be the 4th for Wrinkle. What a round to come alive.
Yeah, essential. And we've got to think as well, look, it's still T-side Nuke at the end of the day. 6 rounds would be perfect here. If they can recover this situation from what was potentially just an LDLC trouncing, then Bait have got something to work with. They've got a lot they can really do with it. What's interesting is it feels like every single different map, Bait has a different individual popping off, and it's not really everyone working in tandem trying to get the result over the line. This time, Owner is having a stellar performance. Compare that and contrast that to Anubis, where he was really short and flat on that CT side. Now we move into the tail end of the first half. It's just going to be an A execute. Flashbangs, mollies over the top. Lambert caught off guard, and oh my god, Kalash actually finds both. That's insane.
That should be enough. Snubbling and Afro, I mean, they have to go for it. Last round of the half, but their chances very minimal. Where was these pacey rounds earlier? We pull this one out the tail end, and it is enough. 9-6 is the half.
Sorry, this situation's on repeat, just like a scratch on a CD. It just gets deeper when you hit rewind. How many nights will you make this decision? Nights ending tears and it's blurring your vision. You know he don't love you, that you're holding on to. Scream through the phone even though he won't listen. So I'm still at your place, trying to make it okay. He's miles away, I'm left here with you. Say that you just need someone caring for you. When will you see me more than your rescue? I'm feeling kinda used, yeah, like a drug that you take when you're sick of crying all your tears away. Is that all I am? All I want is for you to be happy. You know this ain't healthy. Do I make you happy? How many nights will you make this decision? Nights ending tears and it's blurring your vision. You know he don't love you, what you holding on to. Scream through the phone even though he won't listen. So I'm still at your
Welcome back in, everyone. Bait gave themselves a lifeline at the tail end of that first half, and it's something to work with. More importantly, they now swap over to the defense, and this pistol is ever so important. A reminder, the loser of this game is eliminated from Challenger League.
Yeah, a lot on the line for both these teams, and with how close these games have gone, I would expect this one to continue. Okay, that was an interesting duel. Both players knew exactly where each other's were, and Afro just kept jiggling. Wrinkle didn't budge a muscle. Just trying to catch that timing shot. Well, it does reward him with the opener. Looking for a follow-up. This time around, he is forced back by gravity.
Yeah, using the nades outside to create a distraction for the players down ramp to give it a look in. And they would have heard that one down below. Off on his bike. And that allows the opportunity. LDLC looking to take space. I think they're going to wrap Heaven here. And that's actually quite scary. There's 2 players up here for B8.
No one looked up the ladder. They just ran past. All right, well, gravity is able to get one. This is now a really awkward fight through the railing. Lambert's won out a duel over towards ramp, though, and that's going to give them the pathway back towards B. This one rotation come down in Owner. Still disrupt, depending on where they opt to plant, but they are going to go for the safe plant with all the positioning they have. So it will have to be the retake now from Bait. Wrinkle is so incredibly low. Kalash does have the kit and a smoke. Just need to find their way into this. Everybody's in the right position. Two of these T's are also quite low. Issue is, you don't know where any of them are positioned in this post plant. Oh, Ona gets the kill on the gravity. That's a big one to be finding. Now they can take space. They know that has to be coming through. Double that smoke can be dropped, and there it comes through. Bomb can just be stuck, and these shots have to connect. Wrinkle peppering them down, and the defuse comes through for bait.
Yeah, really nice little micro readjustment off of Kalash. He doesn't actually stand directly in the doorway, susceptible to the spam. He kind of goes a little bit on a diagonal, makes it that much difficult for LDLC to knock him off the wires. And the fact they got the support there for bait. Wrinkle. Once again, it's just him being so instrumental. Feels like whenever he can get involved and contribute to a round, it's always going to end in success. It's a force buy for LDLC as well. A couple of AKs. That's a decent HE, but it's onto the scout player, so it's not really the end of the world for Afro. Wrinkle now looking to post outside, looking for even more damage, and that is spectacular.
Yeah, HE goes over. Doesn't actually connect. Okay, Snobling, that's nice as well, but Wrinkle's found another. Snobling looking to deal with him and does so in a great fashion. Puts it back into 3-on-3. But he's low, as is Brooksy. And positioning is weird. Owner is very bold in walking around with his knife out, but does have Amster holding deep from CT. So I think they know they've got this player locked in towards the garage. Lambert could be a key figure. I think he's deep in towards ramp, tucked in towards the boxes, waiting to see if someone pushes through. LDLC are just waiting to see if bait make a mistake, but that's gonna... Oh, okay, the mistake. There it is. Snobling. It felt like he was dead for sure.
Good trade. The issue you've got is this bomb. Okay, maybe it's not an issue at all. Brooksy finds the kill, understands where Owner is, and now he can make his way either onto A or... Yeah, definitely onto A, because Lambert's in heaven. Easiest kill of his life. Solid round from LDLC. I can't believe how patient that is. Just to ensure that he finds the kill. And the timing, yet again, it's been a testament of this all series long. These micro milliseconds. Just the difference between a round being won and lost.
Yeah, something to be said about having your coach alive when you're in those clutch positions. Just to be able to make the call. Bait are going to be the ones forcing up now, so continues back and forth. Owner getting aggressive with the Desert Eagle, but it's Captain Kirkers that strikes first. That's allowed Owner to sneak on through, gets that first kill, and Afro does trade him out. There's still that advantage for bait. And Afro has to be careful. He's out here with the bomb. I do believe they got Lambert down the vent. So they want to try and group up with him, but that's going to be difficult because you've got Wrinkle who's actually down in secret itself. Maybe it's time to send Lambert forward. Oh. Well.
Oh. Well, you don't need to go there anymore.
Yeah, I guess so. Captain Kirk has got a good angle here. Nice. Okay. Hits the shot. Gravity recovers. 1v2 now. No knowledge on where these remaining CTs are.
At least got time to work with. The issue is that these guys are now just repositioned into a pretty decent setup. If he elects go towards A, which is exactly where he's heading, you need to clear CT vent. I feel like that's a more expected clear out of gravity, or he could even just try and path his way down in towards the vent, but he's been loud about the approach. That's going to give all the information away. Amster and Wrinkle can now just join forces and get this one locked in. Gravity, where do you reposition and where do you clear? Because there's so many little angles.
He's going to fight back through, gets the first kill, and he's ready for the second. Gravity rising. That is a fantastic clutch. 3 in the round. And denies Bates' force buy coming through. And that might be the most critical round of this map because Bait are now finally reset off the back of it. Gravity does everything for LDLC.
Is it a fair comment to say I think Bait sometimes are better with the pistol rounds than the rifle rounds? Like, the amount of deagle kills they're grabbing when they really shouldn't be, it's audacious. This one should always be an LDLC round, though. These ones are not quite packing the same punch as your deagles and your 5.7s, just literally USPs. And LDLC have put themselves in such a good spot. Bait, yet again, their defense really is showing vulnerability, and they've only gathered 1 round so far since the half swapped over.
I like how in the space of about 30 seconds, Lambert goes on an adventure all the way through the vents up to ramp. Makes it all the way there unscathed. And the USPs are going to trickle away. That's not very exciting.
No.
What are they going to do?
They're going to save the integrity of the round. And they're going to spare their blushes.
There's no reason not to. Like, I guess you save your KD, but like...
You're preventing Lambert getting money.
I just don't think that matters. If you can get yourself an AK here, that's worth so much more.
I completely agree with you. I'm just trying to...
Yeah, no, I mean...
I don't know. That's the only reason I can see. But I completely agree. You get the AK, that's worth way more.
Well, nonetheless, yeah, if they had an AK, they wouldn't have a FAMAS. They'd have better utility. What you need to do is get 1 AK. And it's worth it. But anyway, 5-round lead now for LDLC. Outside smoke's thrown again, a consistent feature of this T side. Wrinkle gets down early into the vents. But not running down there this time. Although he might consider a late drop. And there's a lot of CTs here to deal with him. He's done it consistently now that I think they're like, well, we're just not going to let him get away with this.
That's why LDLC just turns to the other extremity. This is actually really smart going down ramp right here, right now. Needs to get past Amster, but he just wants to back up. Stands his ground a little bit, but LDLC aren't interested. They want to go for another one of these A-Raps, and Amster will be calling this to his team. The reaction should be to either get out of dodge in towards A main, or kind of scamper around in towards lobby and try and find a pick. Captain Kirka will reply with 1, but Brooksy and Afro combine and pincer Captain Kirka into a pretty tight vice.
That's a good angle from Owner as well. That's good for 1. Wrinkle arrives at the same time. So a 3v4. Wrinkle peers on through to his demise, though. Gravity not going to overextend. There's a follow-up player here in towards main. Kalash in the side itself, so this side is very defended. But Brooksy coming over heaven gets a critical trade. He's now on to Amster. They don't know where he is. Now they do. Oh, this fight is messy, and well, that was a little ambitious from Amster. I felt like he had to go for something given the deficit.
Sometimes it works on the ladder. Most of the times it doesn't. I think what we got to be really impressed with in these rounds especially is just the way that LDLC ping-pong their contact, and they do it in such a slow manner. So in this round alone, the reason why it's so successful is because after they take the initial peek outside into garage, whilst it is traded out, they're just so much more patient than Bait. Bait needs to go hunting for information. They're not sure what's going on. Owner walks straight into the deep lobby player. I'll just keep talking over this because it is the Eagles. But what you've also got then is the player that's made inroads in towards ramp the entire time earlier from the player that forced Amster away. It just means that he can then take the next piece of contact, and you're slightly less known because it's been like 20, 30 seconds. LDLC are just really good at these mid-rounds.
There's this pistol striking though. They have found 2 kills here.
It's insane how many kills they find with these pistols. They get 1 more here as well. Gravity's dead.
Should should be, but no. Brooksy swings on through the doors to make sure Gravity just about gets away with his life. And well, you know, it's a team of young, very talented players. So you can see they've got plenty of aim talent. Sometimes some of that mid-rounding a little lacking. And LDLC just need 2 more now. They'll eliminate Bait from ESL Challenger League Season 45 here in the lower brackets. Every game is elim, and it is fast out the gate. Owner is able to get that opening kill onto Gravity, though. And look at the damage being done to Brooksy. Brought down low, charges into Wrinkle's AWP. So this one starts well for Bait. They're not out of it yet.
Yeah, much better from Bait. This time they want to fight on their terms. Double pushing towards ramp. Holding down main successfully. Now LDLC are now sent scrambling. You've even got Amps that's rotated down deep to try and help with A. Everyone's just kind of in the lobby right now for the T side. They want to group together as a unit and head towards ramp. But Wrinkle is there with the AWP. It feels very difficult to get past him. And they actually second guess themselves. Smoke goes in towards Squeaky. And with 1 minute left on the clock, they either go outside here, or they could even potentially save. It's going to be the former, not the latter.
This setup from Bait is so good to handle this. Owner, who's been having a great game here on Nuke. It's really him and Wrinkle that are doing it all. He's going to be in the perfect position to drop the bomb. Is re-picked up, but Captain Kirker is lying in wait as well. So Lambert, 1v5? No. Not going to happen, I'm afraid.
Unless, no. Okay. Good kill, but that's all it is. And every kill was impactful at this stage because Bait's money is really yet to be established. It's important not only they survive this next passage of play, obviously resulting in successes for their defense, but it also needs to be done in a really clean manner because you're constantly on this knife's edge of if you lose one round, you're basically in economic turmoil. It's a long way back in the game for Bait. They just have to stare at it like it's a round-by-round basis. Wrinkle peeking, but not quite securing. At least he's out alive.
Look at Gravity is sitting in the smoke. Owner actually misses him. Oh, and that's given him the perfect position to find 2. Kalash in the heavens. Owner spamming on through as well. Wrinkle drops another. While they're in touching distance, they're just getting picked apart. Bait have come alive, and it's Owner and Wrinkle dragging them into this game.
Yeah, I mean, literally look at it. It's 49 kills for Wrinkle and Owner. And 27 for the other players of Bait. That is actually just ridiculous numbers. But for LDLC, they're really trying to force the issue here. They're trying to close out the game a lot earlier than... well, than it is. The reality of the situation is that Bait are not ready to give over this game. And it's these individual mistakes creeping in now for LDLC. They tried to go for a faster play through that smoke. Owner, he's blindsided, but he's in the best possible position. The reposition was excellent from him. You're going to have to take an interesting purchase here if you're LDLC. I mean, you can drop guns over, but at the same time, we're talking about the conversation piece of the finances for Bait, but now it starts to rear its ugly head for LDLC as well. You're not panicked yet if you're LDLC. You're just thinking, this should be sort of done by now.
Yeah, maybe go back to some of what was working in these outside smokes where they were putting good presence out there, lurking, finding the kills. Last couple of rounds where they've tried to force their way onto A and taking space towards ramp haven't quite worked out for them. This is a boost being assembled. Okay, this is fun. The triple boost. Oh, Wrinkle is right there, and they'll just fire the shot after. It was there. It was free. Oh no, he's missed the timing. You never see this boost work out for a kill. And he has it right there, but he wants to take that extra half a second and never fires the shot.
Lamb was shooting Squeaky to be like, guys, we're going A. Wrinkle, come back. Come back up. but not happening. Keep your eye, by the way, on
Oh.
Snoblin. Snoblin's all the way down secret right now. Owner is also down B, and look at this. Wrinkles repositioned. He's pushing with Amster out lobby. Lambert's dead.
Oh,
Or he should have
not.
been. This
Okay.
is really rough. Amster's now stuck, but Owner deals with Snoblin. Now LDLC have got limited options here. They've got to go A.
They have to force their way through, and Captain Kirk. What? One of those kills. He had no idea that Afro was there, but he'll take that 3K. What a hold. And Wrinkle has no idea how close he came to dying at the start of that round. That's such a whack way for that to all happen.
Is that another one to the timer tally? Does that count? I think it does. I think we're up to like 8 or 9 different instances, timings, just having a drastic effect. This is the most wild game of Counter-Strike I've seen in a hot minute. LDLC are now just relegated to pistols as well, by the way. Lack of bomb plants, this is what it will do to you. Now they're the ones kind of struggling, and take a look at this, where Bait have won consecutive rounds in a row and feeling a lot more confident about things. They've got money for days.
Yeah. Shouldn't be any issues here against these pistols. And indeed, all getting cleared up now. No damage done to the CTs. A 14-7 scoreline is far in the rearview mirror now. There's still a lot of work for Bait to do. They are making it look achievable.
Step by step, round by round. Afro can't afford an AWP. Wouldn't even be surprised if this is just like Mac 10. Yeah, Tech 9. This is the prioritization from LDLC. They know how important and influential Afro can be on the sniper, so they're going to take a half measure to ensure it comes out in round 27. Faster play out towards the ramp was initially the idea. Amster could be overwhelmed, but no. He gets 2 kills before he falls, and that is really crucial.
Yeah, that might be enough. Captain Kutka is here, and Wrinkle with the 2 Berettas just walks on through. Finds Brooksy with his back turn. How's he doing this with the dualies? Doesn't need the AWP.
Right. Yeah. Sure, Wrinkle. That works. Lambert. Does he hit timing here? No. Captain Kirk is ready and securing. LDLC 14, Bait 12. It's getting spicy.
It's very spicy.
Do you remember the Rio RMRs, Bait versus Ecstatic on Nuke?
Oh, yeah, that did happen.
Yeah. That was, what, 12-3 to 15-15.
Yeah,
Bait brought it all the way back just to lose.
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Look
See
at
if
this gap.
Oh, Gravity's walking towards the right side, so Captain Kirka is going to get caught. He was trying to peer around it. Gravity's the one that catches the timing. Owner going to be getting a bit of contact out towards Secret. Spotted that second player for sure. He's going to be sticking around, and that's the bomb there. Everyone's very separated. Wrinkle's on a solo mission with this AWP. And
Sure.
I think he might win this. He does. Lambert's holding for that. Okay, Afro does get the trade. So it is a 3v3. This game is so messy. It's an absolute delight to watch.
Oh, no way. Brooksy, do not peek this corner. Gravity's hit the timing. Gravity come down ramp and kill Owner. But I feel like the timing window's gone now because they're going to peek, and Owner is in the perfect off angle. He's seen the gun barrel, he's seen the shoulder, understands that Afro is also here, and Owner, it's an absolute masterclass.
Yeah, Gravity breaks the window and starts to make his way down, and LDLC just hold there. That's the world where they make it work. Oh, okay, it's still the world where they can make it work. Gravity is in a 1v4. He's made into this 1-on-1. And oh my god, he does it! That is absurd from Gravity. Another incredible clutch. One that he had no right to win. But he turns it upside down on bait.
It's absolutely unbelievable. It's so unbelievable we didn't even see it happening. What on earth is that from Gravity? He makes his presence known after going around the world, gets the initial entry kill from Garage, and then walks all the way down ramp, is loud about the approach, and hits 3 clinical headshots. Never mind a masterclass from Owner. It's absolutely sensational from Gravity. Maybe now he's the one dragging LDLC kicking and screaming across this finish line because they've got 3 series points.
They've been fighting so hard to find that 15th, and they finally get it done, but in such a dramatic way. There's 4 in the round, but a 1v3 from Gravity. Unbelievable. Oda and Wrinkle out here on 29 kills apiece. They might both end up with a 30 bomb at the end of this. It hasn't been enough. LDLC, stay fighting. It's not been easy on this T side, so don't count bait out of anything just yet.
It's just LDLC getting so much space and bait caught a little bit unawares. Wrinkle's now starting secret with the AWP. And this could be very favourable, especially peak silo, Gravity, not dealt with, but information relayed to the rest of the team. LDLC were thinking about even pressuring Amster, who's also got a second sniper towards ramp. He's legged Afro and made things a little bit difficult for the French side.
Oh, look at Wrinkle's position here. He's got Lambert locked on through, gets that kill, but that trade is fast in Gravity. Now Owner's turn to step up. A flashbang does force him off the off angle. The re-smoke is going to slow down Gravity, but no. Further smoke shield on through. Owner wants to get involved. He's found a bit of a gap to work with. They've crossed with the flashbang though. Oh, he spotted one. That's the bomb, but it drops on down. Does find his 30th, as did Wrinkle. They had the player advantage. Amster, leg snobbling through the floor. Might have even a bit of headshot. It wasn't enough to kill him. But the P250 does get it done. Brooksy gets one back. Fighting in the back of the side. Drops the flashbang, peering over the top of this smoke. Gonna spot out Captain Kirko. Gets another. Puts it in the 2-on-2. And now Afro on this late flank. AWP in hand. Gonna slowly come down from behind. It's not the weapon you want in this position, but it might be the weapon that gets it done. Walking on through. Oh, he misses the shot. Owner's able to adjust, and Brooksy gets spammed on through. Owner, a massive triple kill, keeps bait in it.
I can't believe that. That should have been LDLC's round. As soon as Brooksy found that second kill, and Afro's walking behind them, back turns. He should have those kills every day of the week. A disaster. And could that mean overtime? Potentially. LDLC can buy in this round, but they're going to half buy it. They're going to have the pistols. They're going to have the MAC-10s. They want everything. Weaponry, utility, to stop bait from hitting OT.
What can you do to stop Wrinkle and Owner? They're on 62 kills combined. HE does a fair bit. The spam, a tiny bit. Follow up. All the utility now expended. They just have to run on through.
Wow.
Wrinkle, that's a nice flick. He's on something else here. Rotations come on through. He repositions, has Amster to support him. That's enough for them at the moment. LDLC have slowed it down slightly. Now spread out a little bit, see if they can find an opening somewhere. That could have been it. It's just the single dink coming through on the Captain Kirkup. Amster just spammed through Afro through the vent wall. That's a very rare wallbang. He must have made a sound cue. That's so cool to see. You never see that one. Check that out. Brooksy's like, what? Tries to go for one of his own, but that's not happening.
Oh, no he's not. Now he is. I just don't... Some of these kills that are coming in, Lucy, I'm speechless. They should never be happening, and yet they do. Yeah, insane wallbang. And all the individuals are popping off. It's a really good series of Counter-Strike. But this is why LDLC saved. Because they've got all the utility. They've got the AWP on Afro. And now they need an answer.
Yes, Zip. A full 60 required again, as it was on Vertigo. But will overtime be in the equation? These two teams have been so difficult to break apart.
It's the boost.
Oh, the boost coming through again. Oh, this time around he's not going to spot anyone. There's no one here. Well, it's a real shame. That has meant that Bait get a little bit of space, but the smokes are thrown out, so I don't know how much of that space is actually been capitalized on by Bait. LDLC are resetting. They're going to go back outside again, but I don't think they've got the utility to cross. They have one smoke remaining. Oh, Lambert. No way!
How?
He should have had that. He spotted Wrinkle, but he was just being patient, waiting for the head, and Wrinkle gets a little bit more.
Wrinkle is just... He's so dynamic. Just keeps pushing and keeps finding success. Insane out of him. LDLC have made it down secret at the very least, but guess who's here? It's Wrinkle. And he's ready to kill you even if you're on the boost. That is absurd out of Wrinkle. Gets another player from LDLC. Brooksy will eventually lay him down to rest, but Amster's doing the job from ramp. This has got OT written all over it unless Brooksy can find an ace. And he can't. Owner will remove him. Overtime needed.
Overtime required on our third map here between Bait and LDLC. All maps so far have almost gone the distance. This one, no exception, a fitting end to this fantastic series between these two teams.
Yeah, LDLC really been struggling on this T side though. And that can really throw some complications in the air. You had a number of opportunities to try and close the game thanks to Gravity's fantastic clutch, and he's actually the person that gets removed from the equation early. Captain Kirka with a really nice kill. It's been really interesting watching Wrinkle and his proactiveness. Has started down secret a number of rounds, and this time it's no exception. Walking further forward, he's going to find Snoblin and even Brooksy.
It's crazy that him and Ona start OT with 33 kills each. That's actually insane. LDLC, they were up 14-7. And it went to OT. That's how much of a struggle this T side has been, and will it continues here in overtime. Only finding the one kill in that round as Bait kick it off with the first round.
What can you do to get past these players? You can't go down B because Wrinkle's there. You can't go in towards A because that's owner's territory. You're going to have to try and cause a rotation here for LDLC. A lot of these rounds have been very one-dimensional. A very, like, death ball approach. It's the mid-rounds that slow down after taking initial map control. That's where they find the most success. They get into the bait back lines. We haven't really seen that for a number of rounds. And it looks like this one's going to be no exception. Gravity, though, does deal with Kalash. But guess what? Wrinkle's here this time. And they're going to run straight through in towards the vent. But they're getting absolutely destroyed.
I almost thought that no-scope had connected, but it was Ona finding that kill. Wrinkle swaps to the AK. Why the heck not? Afro is actually able to sneak down to join his teammates, so there is something to be said here for LDLC in this round. But not for long. Ooh, okay. Kirka, eyes trained. Gonna be chasing down Afro, but now Afro is repositioned, but doesn't matter. Lambert now has to come up massive, gets that first kill. That's all it's going to be. Wrinkle never budged. That's 17 for Bait.
Yeah, Lambert actually spotted Captain Kirka crossing from the vent. That's why the player turned round from control. So it was like everyone was tracking each other. It was quite entertaining to watch. Yet again, it's the Owner and Wrinkle show. They get so many kills combined. And it feels like the other players are trying to play catch-up. You see that Amster and Captain Kirka have really started to try and warm their way up in. But their efforts of 18 and 17 are just so overshadowed. Like, it's an absolute joke. And Owner, this time, though, gets put to rest early. Maybe it has to be the A-bomb site, because one of the two is dealt with.
But look at Amster. Look at this aggression. He's immediately swinging on through. Oh, but these sprays are going awry and everybody is falling like dominoes. Not a single kill going Bait's way there. Somehow LDLC managed to push that one through. But it's going to be Bait winning out the half on their CT side. They had a lot of struggles on their T side. I mean, that was kind of the story both ways. We'll see what they can bring back when the sides switch.
I guess we're going to pose that question to you then, Lucy. Is one round enough on the T side?
I think it might even be, just given what we've seen from both these teams on these T sides and how much they've struggled. And it was, what, 10-5 halves for each of them, in fact.
Ooh, Snoblin AUG.
Sorry, 9-6, not 10-5. Yeah, the orb. Always fun to see come out.
Oh, Wrinkle's got his kills reset.
No!
Not actually. That's fine. LDLC have gone for a rebrand as well. They're now called LIP.
Lambert is planting.
Gravity is getting spammed through the smokes, actually. And, oh, tried to escape through hell, but missed his bullet on towards the window, so the glass didn't actually break. I like this from Kalash. This smoke is going to allow a lot more control. Owner creeps through garage. That lands over towards hell, and it means they can start trying to wrap through towards heaven.
This is a cool double setup. It's rare to see two players in this sort of position. Goes down and okay, come on. Gravity should have got a kill there. That just feels really just not fair for him at all.
Clash makes things worse by finding Lambert. Everyone is finding kills from Bait. It might not be a single trade in response. Brooksy, no, gets absolutely domed by Captain Kirker. It's Bait. The first T round in a while they've had, they convert. And now they've got 2 opportunities to put the game to bed.
That's so funny. That's like 2 back-to-back flawless rounds from each opposing team on their T side, which is where they both struggled. So it's quite funny how that one panned out.
Kill update, owners winning.
All right. Numbers reset 38 to 16. All right, so race between these two. And now they have the chance to close this one out. What a comeback it's been from Bait. Down 7 to 14, pushed it to OT. Now they have 2 opportunities to take this series. Afro, though, has something to say. Moves Amster as that opener. Now he's getting a little bit more aggressive, pushing on through. It's being held for. This is a lot slower from Bait until Captain Kirker strikes, puts it back in the 4v4.
Look at the rotation. Immediately, Snobbling goes outside. Brooksy has got the support from main at least. And Owner, though, actually gets dealt with. Actually, 2 Titans of Bait falling. 4 versus 2. Things should be a little bit easier. As Lambert even spots Kalash trying to walk and creep his way through the doorway. Very clean round. Just felt like LDLC really understood what Bait were trying to achieve. The repositions and making sure that Bait had to walk into their crosshairs rather than forcing the fights themselves.
All right, well, an opportunity for double OT here, potentially. Bait just need one more. Pause comes through now. I imagine not a tactical at this stage of the game. Maybe it was. Just saving that one to the last moment.
Lambert is planting versus series.
I was just thinking that.
I guess the conversation piece is, Wrinkle, Owner, where do you think you can find an opening kill?
AK out for Wrinkle. Could have had the AWP if you wanted it. He's the one throwing the smokes.
Was.
Oh, been updated on the HUD. No more Lambert planting.
Oh.
It's no longer planting. Finally finished planting. This has been a long series, but it might just end here. Bait getting ready for this A hit. Looking like players are going to pop over through main as well. Utility raining on through, but it's a bit of a fake out so far. Now that smoke comes on through to block off the vision, but the pop is denied by gravity. Brooksy, oh, he falls. Clash finds one as well. Lambert now has to come up big. He's the only defender here, but Afro had fallen from the heavens. Comes to support his man. Leaves Wrinkle and Amster now in the 2v3. And look at Wrinkle gliding on through for 2. And that's huge. He even gets down the vent. The bomb planted on B and Lambert. He's into the smoke, spamming on through. Wrinkle takes him down. And Bait take the series.
That is a naughty 40 from Wrinkle. I mean, what impact that is right at the tail end. He doesn't decide to go down with his teammate. He goes, okay, I understand there's 2 players on this A-bomb site. I'll catch them both in transition. And he nails it. That is absurd.